Happy Sunday, my beautiful candy canes. Welcome to the candy shop, everyone. Today, we are going to dive into the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, where the tea is served with some icicles, apparently. But as you guys come in, my beautiful candy canes, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Yes. So as you guys come in, let me give you some shout outs. Be sure to drop your candy canes in the comment box. Drop your candy canes, drop where you're calling in from. And yeah, let's do this. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Preparation says, oh, Kirk Candy Cane, come through with the live. Yes, I missed the last episode. I know you will definitely catch me up on this Sunday Fun Day. See you in 30, love. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Hey, Amara Lewis. Hey, beauty. She goes, hey. How's everyone doing today in the candy shop? We are doing great. It is the weekend. It's Sunday Fun Day. We are about to get into it with everything going down in Huntsville, with Destiny, with Tiffany, with Melody and Tisha and Kimmy. And where is Martell? I mean, his role is definitely minimized. Let's get into it. Let's get into why that is. Hey, beautiful Dorit. Yes, she is sending love and a virtual hug. Hey, girl. Hey, yes. Hey, Joanna Morris. She says, hey, Candy the Candy Canes. Hey, beauty. Hey. Hey, the Vegas girl. She goes, hello, Candy and the Candy Canes. Hello to you as well, my beauty. Hello. Grandma Scary. She goes, hey, all. Thank you so much for coming through, Grandma Scary. Yes. Is that your pooch? What's your pooch's name? She goes, Texas here, hot gals. Yes, it is hot. You guys know that I'm over here in LA and it is hot, but we are still doing it. We are getting it together. I know on the East Coast, I think they're expecting a tropical storm. So prayers to anybody on the East Coast. Hopefully that doesn't come through. Hey, beautiful Ivy Girl 06 says, hi, Candy. Hey, beautiful. Your eyes are gorgeous. Yes. Grandma Scary says her dog's name is Murphy. Hi, Grandma Scary. Hi, Murphy. Yeah, so you guys, as you come in, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share. Put it in the comment box. Put it in your candy canes. Drop it like it's hot in the comment box. Yes. Hey, Grandma Scary, she goes, we have 4. Aw, that is so sweet. Thank you for rescuing those dogs. And Grandma Scary says, he's got back problems. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sending lots of love, lots of healing, lots of blessings. Yes. Hey, Takia Warren. She goes, hello, Candy and the Candy Canes. Hey. Yes. Charmaine Mark. Hi, Charmaine. She goes, hey, yes, we at NYC East Coast had bad hurricane. Oh, well, I'm sending everybody love. I'm sending everybody grace. I hope it just blows over and we're good and we can get back to kikiing and fun stuff. Grandma Scary says, did. Aw, yes. Hey, deeper than skin deep. Yeah, caught alive. Hi, Candy, darling. Hi, beautiful. Hi, how are you? Hey, Miss Drea. She goes, hey, that's right. And you guys watching on the replay, be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a live, so you can join us in the live chat, because we are going to get into it today, because you guys know me. I have some thoughts on this Love and Marriage Huntsville. What's going on? I've got some thoughts. Deeper than skin says, oh, hope your puppy feels better soon, Grandma Scary. Yes, we all do. Hey, DJF627. Hey, Candy Canes. Elisa here. Great show yesterday. It's hot and humid in Detroit. Yeah, yesterday was fun. We had some fun yesterday. Thank you, DGF. We're going to have some fun today, too. It's hot and humid in Detroit. Make sure you stay hydrated. Yes. Charmaine Mark says, thank you. Yes. We are about to start in a little bit. But you guys, as you come in, like, subscribe, comment in the chat box. Grandma Scary goes, me too. How is New York? Oh my gosh, pray for Tennessee, flood victims. We are just going to do prayers up for everybody. Prayers up. No matter where you live in this country, in this world, prayers up. We just have to protect ourselves. Prayers up. All right, you guys, we are about to get into it. So, as you guys come in, like, subscribe, share, comment in the comment box. But let's get into it. Sunday Fun Day. Let's do it. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start with Destiny versus Melody and Tiffany. Oh, girl. First off, I am team Destiny all day long. I think that Melody's core issue with Destiny is that somehow Melody is feeling left out, left behind. I think she's having sort of a friendship moment with Destiny because she keeps saying again and again and again, oh, well, Destiny got divorced, was divorced for a month, and she didn't tell me. Oh, well, she told you, Tisha, this, blah, 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 about Tiffany, because I know my friend, if she had a problem, she would have called me by now. Oh, she's talking to you, Kimmy. I know you guys would get, you guys were going to hit it off as friends, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I really think that Melody is having not high school, but Destiny even said it. She's like, are we going to be adults or going to be in high school? But she's kind of having that high school girl moment where it's like, you're supposed to be my best friend. And you're not telling me all of your secrets. And how come you're telling other people your secrets before you're telling me your secrets? So I think that is what the biggest beef is between Melody and Destiny. And I don't think that Destiny really gets that. I think Destiny has been in her own world with the baby, with the divorce, with the whack husband or ex-husband, whatever that is going on. And then you have Tiffany coming in here talking some jive and some mess, throwing some shade, bringing stuff up from 3 years ago that really is irrelevant. And like, you're trying to have a moment, Tiffany, but nobody likes you, so go away. So I think that they're having two different conversations. Melody is really trying to say to Destiny, I miss you. I want us to be close. You're my best friend. Why aren't you telling me this stuff? Sure, you can be friends with Tish and Kimmy, but I want to be the number one friend. I want to be the person you talk to first. Destiny is coming from a place of, my divorce wasn't about you. I had to do what I had to do. Now you're bringing in this whack chick who is coming at me. If you want to be my number one friend, if we are best friends, why would you bring this chick into the group to stir the pot like this and to bring my business into it like this? So they're having two different conversations. And that's why the communication isn't working out. That's why when they got to the couch and they were talking, Melody was very passive-aggressively defensive, being like, oh, you're being so aggressive. And Destiny was just like, I'm just talking to you, girl. Like, stop. Like, don't pull that Karen crap on me. I'm not being aggressive. I'm just telling you how I felt and what happened. And we see that even though they kissed and made up over the watermelon, we see in the previews that comes back around. That isn't really resolved, that they come back around to have that same beef again, because they're having two different conversations about what is happening and what's wrong in the friendship. Tiffany, I just don't like her. I'm going to try and be as unbiased as I can be, but I don't like her. I think that she knew exactly what she was doing when she brought that tea at Destiny's birthday brunch about her husband cheating on her. I think she knew exactly what she was doing when she brought up Monster. And I know that she was crying and she was all upset when Maurice and Kimmy and then Kiowa confronted her and her husband about it, which I honestly, Maurice is a little whack to me. We all know we talk about him, but I felt that he handled that situation really, really well. I really thought that he handled that situation well. He stood his ground. He articulated what the issue was. He didn't back down. And he made it very clear that, like, when it comes to me and my family, when it comes to my minor child, I don't play that. And so I really did like Maurice in that moment. I thought he really stood up. I thought that him and Kimmy were a very beautiful, united front in that situation. So I really liked the relationship. I really liked the way that Maurice handled it. And did you guys catch? Let me know if you caught this. Melody was dead wrong and so shady, and her slip is showing. And I think this also confirmed that Melody knew what Tiffany was going to bring to Destiny's birthday brunch about her husband allegedly cheating and all that stuff. Because production played the hell out of Melody. So when they're at the boys' graduation party, right? Maurice, Kimmy, Kiowa confront Tiffany and her husband. What's her husband's name? Eric or something? I don't know. Anyway, Tiffany's husband, right? So they had all that. Tiffany's boo-hooing, crying. Melody comes over, takes Tiffany's side, and is like defending Tiffany, which to me I thought was whack. I thought that Melody probably should have just either stayed silent and neutral. If you don't want to take a side, stay silent. But to kind of, oh, Tiffany, kind of butter up, I thought that was really whack and very telling. But then when Melody and Tiffany left and got up and went into the bathroom, Melody was dead ass wrong for this. And it also, to me, confirmed she knew what was going to happen at that brunch. She goes, oh, well, to me, the bigger issue is that Kimmy didn't know. So there's nothing that you should have been able to bring to her about her husband, about her family, blah, 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 that she didn't know. That's really the bigger issue. Melody, no, the hell it's not. No, it's not. Adult business and adult tea does not compare. It is exactly what Maurice said. He's like, there is a reason why minors are treated differently than adults. Tiffany did not go to Kimmy about her husband, about her marriage, about adult situation. Tiffany went and said something about a minor child. These are apples to oranges. It has nothing to do with whether or not Kimmy knew or not. That is a very convenient way to absolve yourself of guilt, because Melody, you knew she was going to say it. You knew she was going to say it. That's why when she was talking about it, she brought it up more than once because the conversation had ended. And then she goes, oh yeah, now I remember where I knew you from. And then Melody was co-signing it. Oh, right. It was the entrepreneurship award, right? Yeah, right. A couple years ago, right? So Melody was co-signing it. Tiffany and Melody knew what they were going to say at that breakfast brunch. 1,000%. Destiny, your gut is right. Melody knew what was going to happen. She set you up for the okie doke because Melody doesn't want to be the only one whose business is out there. Melody doesn't want to be the only one who got played and cheated on. And the fact that she said that, and kudos to production for showing it, to me, proved, again, this is all alleged opinion, all that fun stuff, entertainment purposes only, just my opinion, my observation, to me, proved she knew it and she set it up. Saying that the bigger issue is that Kimmy didn't know is so petty, and it is so indicative of the fact that Melody is so butthurt that everybody knows her marriage business out there, and that she wants to bring everybody else's skeletons out of the closet. Like, oh yeah, I know my marriage didn't work out. I know me and Martell broke up. I know he had a baby out of wedlock. I know he's been cheating on me for all these years. I know, he's been dogging me out and all this stuff back and forth on social media. So I want everybody who is pretending to have a perfect marriage, I want to bring you down with me. Melody, your position should have been to protect Monster. I hate calling a child Monster, but that's what they call him. So your position should have been to protect Monster, not throw shade at Kimmy and Maurice's marriage. These are two separate conversations. So you showed your slip, Melody. You showed your slip. It proves you and Tiffany knew what you were going to say. You co-signed her to say it. And then now when it blew up in your face, you want to absolve yourself of guilt, being like the bigger issue was that Kimmy didn't know. There's nothing you should have brought to her. You brought her a minor child's business. That is what you brought her. Not a bombshell about her marriage. Ridiculous. Anywho, yes, I know Matsu's real name is Maurice Jr., but still, I hate that they call him that. It's insane. But let me know in the chat if you guys agree. If you don't agree, let me know what you guys think. So that was Melody and Tiffany. Tiffany obviously backed down. I just don't feel her. I think she's super messy. Her husband, to me, was like quasi trying to defend her, but he totally got how messed up it was. But I think it comes back up in the previews. I think it's going to come back up again between him and Maurice. So let's see. Okay, so Tisha. So Tisha. Did y'all catch? Oh, thank you. Hey, 2B Black Native. Thank you. Welcome back, baby girl. And lovely Candy Canes just back from church. Aw, how was church? I hope it was good. Thank you so much for the super chat. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mwah. Thank you for the super chat, 2B Black Native. So, okay, so Tisha, right? Did y'all catch how shady she was at the Taco Tuesday when the girls were playing the cards and the question was, have you ever been a side chick? And Kimmy said never. And Tisha was like, really? She's like, you never have? That's a throwback to how they were beefing about when Kimmy was just like, when everybody was calling me the side chick, when everybody said I was a home wrecker with Maurice, nobody had my back, blah, 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 blah. And remember when Tisha said to Marceau, she was just like, oh, well, when Kimmy was cheating with Maurice and da-da-da-da-da-da, she basically was just like, no, Kimmy, you were the side chick. You guys caught that shade? And also, Tisha, this is a public service announcement for you, Tisha. Public service announcement. Nobody wants Marceau. Kyra, whatever her name is, from Ready to Love, does not want Marceau. Kimmy does not want Marceau. Because you know how Tisha was just like, oh, Kimmy likes to touch people. Well, as long as you don't touch Marceau, then we'll be fine. We won't have a problem. Nobody wants Marceau. Kimmy doesn't want Marceau. Melody does not want Marceau. And you literally, and your mom was talking about how Marceau dropped off the chocolate in a bottle to Melody because he wanted her to basically post on Instagram and stuff like that. And nobody wants Marceau. Literally in the span of 1 to 2 episodes, you've accused half a dozen women of wanting your man and nobody wants him. Kimmy don't want him. Melody don't want him. Destiny don't want him. Kiowa don't want him. Tisha, nobody wants him. You got him. Let it go. It's like it's the insecurity and the paranoia. It's too much. If he does have a side chick, it's not any of these people. Stop. It is crazy. 2 Black Natives' church was great, and my LA pastor is back in my life again via YouTube channel. Aw, yay. I love that. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Good. I'm happy church was good. But yeah, nobody wants Marceau, Tisha. PSA. Nobody wants him. I understand, and it's very cringy, and I do have compassion for you because that scene, not this last episode, but the scene before, when he came to the hotel room and he wasn't feeling you in like that sexual way, my heart broke for you because I don't know personally, but watching it, the effort that you put in for someone and then to have them reject you on that level, I can only imagine has to be really painful, especially if that person is your husband. So I understand that you are going through stuff in your marriage, but you can't then go out and project that on every other woman in the world. And also, these women owe you nothing. You're not married to these women. You're married to Marceau. He is the one that has the vows to you. He's the one that has the commitment to you. Him talking to someone at a networking event, him dropping off a bottle to your lifelong friend of champagne for her to post on Instagram. Kimmy literally just saying that she likes to touch people, not like in general, has nothing to do with Marceau and them getting together. It's insane. It's insane. Like, you have to really just work on this and get it together. It's way, way too much. So let's say, oh, but Marceau was sweating. So remember when Marceau and Tisha got together at that building, like Scott Manor site? And Tisha was just like, oh, someone was sending photos and videos to Melody about her husband, her friend's husband being like cozied up or, booed up with another woman. He was sweating. Oh, he was sweating. Oh, wait, hold on. So Ivy Girl says, I thought Tisha dropped a bottle off when she came to visit her, but Melody for sure don't want him. She better be concerned about other people wanting him. No, so Tisha may have brought a bottle of something, maybe it even was that, But at the end of the episode, it was Miss Wanda who brought it up. She goes, I don't like the fact that Marceau bought you a bottle of champagne to Melody. And Melody was like, why? Like, what are you talking about? She was like, well, I would have preferred if it was my daughter who dropped it off, blah, 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 blah. And then in the previews, they show you how they're going to have the confrontation where she was like, did you drop a bottle off to Melody? Blah, 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 blah. And he was like, I just wanted her to be a brand ambassador. Like, what's the problem? And then it was Miss Wanda and Tisha going at Marceau about it. So no, Marceau did on his own drop a bottle off to Melody. And that's what the problem was, right? So if Tisha had dropped a bottle off, it wouldn't have been a problem. Marceau dropped the bottle off to Melody without Tisha, and that's why Miss Wanda and Tisha was going after Marceau, and that's why Miss Wanda was going after Melody. So that was the issue. Okay, you guys, but thank you so much, Ivy Girl, for that. Hey, House of the Princess. She goes, hey, beautiful. Hope you guys had fun in Atlanta. I love seeing you and Marcella and so Deb. I hope you guys had so much fun. Shout out to my mod, Shasha T. Thank you so much, beauty, for coming through. That's right. Like this video. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those subscriptions up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes. Thank you so much. So back to it. But Marteau was sweating because this is the thing. I don't think he's cheating, obviously, with like Melody or Destiny or anybody like that. But do I think he's cheating? Yeah. Do I think he has cheated? Yes. Yeah. Do I think there's a reason why both him and Maurice got Brother's Day out vasectomies? Yes. Just throwing it out there. I do. But it's insane. It's insane. So let's see what else is going on. But he was sweating like it was out here. And then Marcel was gaslighting Tisha, surprise, surprise, when it came to therapy. He was like, well, we don't need to get therapy. You don't need outside people and we can talk to other people who are in the same place and they can get counseling. Like, no. No. You need to go to therapy. You need an objective opinion and you need to work on your marriage. Hey, House of the Princess goes, I'm waiting on Deb now. Aw, tell him I said hi when you guys get together. Tell him I said hi. Ooh, the Vegas girl says, hey, at House of the Princess. You guys put questions in the chat box. Let's chat it up. Hey, Joanna Moore, she goes, do I think there is a baby? Yes. So you do think there's a baby. See, I was on the fence with that. I thought that, yes, there's obviously cheating, right? Like, alleged, in my opinion, cheating, right? But I didn't think that there was a baby, but you're saying you do think that there is one. Maybe. I get more, I don't know. I don't know if there's a baby. I'm on the fence with that one, but I do think that there was like cheating going on, right? That I do think. And then, okay. Hey, Princess says hello. Hello, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so Joanna Moore says that town is too small. It really is. It is too small. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody is doing everybody. And speaking of the town being too small, Miss Wanda was whack as hell this episode. Can we talk about how problematic her statements were to Melody? I like Melody, but clearly this season, I'm not her biggest fan because of all the messiness that she's doing to Destiny and other people, and Kimmy too, by proxy, with the whole Tiffany stuff. I don't agree with what she's doing, but what Miss Wanda said was so problematic and disgusting. Like, disgusting. Like, I know that Miss Wanda has been dramatic and she's gone over the top, but if we actually let's break down actually what she said to Melody, and we can talk about how disgusting it was. So she's all up in Melody's face, yelling at her, being like, I'm going to paraphrase. I don't remember her exact words. I'm going to paraphrase. But remember how she was saying like, oh, you think you're going to find a man that's going to respect you? You think you're going to find a man that wants you with your 4 kids? You think you're going to find a man who is going to be faithful? Yeah, he's going to say he's not going to cheat, but all men are out there cheating and dogging. That is so disgusting and so problematic. How dare you say to another woman, you think a man is going to respect you? You think a man is going to want you with your kids? You think a man's not going to cheat on you? Like, take the key, take the tea, take the realityness out of it. If we just actually pull back the layers and really look at what this woman said, it is so disgusting and so problematic. Women, I don't care if you are in your 20s, if you're in your 40s, if you're in your 60s. I don't care if you never had a kid. I don't care if you had 5 kids with 5 different baby daddies. I don't care what your situation is. You are worthy and deserving of love, respect, and monogamy. You are worthy and deserving of it. So don't let anybody, especially not this wacky old woman, Miss Wanda, and let me take that back. I don't want to say wacky old. I don't want to be disrespectful. Even though I don't agree with her, I don't want to disrespect her. So let me take that back. Not even this wacky person. That is so problematic. And that is why we have women now with low self-esteem, staying in situations where they are being cheated on, physically abused, mentally abused, emotionally abused, all of these things, because we have people telling them that they don't deserve respect, that they don't deserve love, that this is as good as it gets. That somehow just because they're single mothers, or somehow just because they have different baby fathers, that makes them less than, not worthy, not good enough, trash, no one's gonna want you, disposable. That is absolute bullshit. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how many babies you have. I don't care how many baby fathers you have. You are still a human being. You are still worthy, you are still valuable, you are still deserving, and nobody gets to tell you otherwise. Nobody gets to disrespect you. Woman or man. And now you know why Tisha is so scrambled brained. Now you know why Tisha thinks that the mail lady, the milk lady, the grocery lady, the woman at Target, the woman at Walmart wants her man. Now you know why Tisha's brain is so scrambled. If you have a mother who feels entitled to tell another woman, not even her own child, that she is not worthy of respect, that no one is going to want her, who do you think you are? Imagine what she said to her own child. And you wonder why Tisha has such scrambled brains when it comes to all this stuff. It's disgusting. And then Miss Wanda also said she had 2 husbands. She's married, right? But then she also has another guy on the side. So make it make sense, Miss Wanda. Make this make sense. How somehow you're villainizing Melody just because she's divorced and she has children? You're saying no man is going to want her and no man is going to respect her? But yet you're out here with 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 11 million men? I'm so confused. In New York Finest, this is a really good point. Thank you for bringing this up too. New York Finest says, even if Monica felt that way, why say that in front of Martell? Exactly. That is another really great point. Even if your mind is that corrupt, unhealthy, backwards, tainted, and toxic, why did you feel the need to disrespect Melody and to basically tell her she ain't shit in front of Martell? The man who cheated on her for years, the man who publicly, continuously disrespects her, the man who had a whole baby on her in their marriage. You felt the need to say that in front of Martell. And then Melody was just like, oh, you're saying I still love him, I should be with him, blah, blah, blah. But but she was liking Ariane's photos on Instagram, telling her how beautiful she is and this, that, and the third. So you're buttering up to the side chick, baby mama. But then now you're also trying to butter up to Melody, telling her that she needs to take Martell back. Which is it, Miss Wanda? What is it? Like, which is it? You want Martell to be like you, having 2 wives because you have 2 husbands? And I respect my elders. Even though I don't agree with Miss Wanda, I don't want to be disrespectful towards her. She's an older woman. She's a mom. I don't want to ever disrespect her. However, what she said to Melody, and by extension of that, her narrative about women in general, because if we're watching this, what we hear is, sure, she's talking to Melody, but she's really talking about women. So basically what she's really saying is, women, you don't deserve respect. Don't expect a man to be faithful to you. If you got some kids, it's really a wrap. It is insane. Insane. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section about this mess. Okay. Hey, can I get a witness? Says this is an interesting group of people on that show. They seem to be into everything and understanding about open relationship. Yeah, it is crazy. House of the Princess says, I don't think it's a baby. Yeah, I don't think it's a baby either, but definitely some cheateration going on. Hey, Sasha T. She goes, Carlos needs to come back to Bravo, LOL. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. Hey, New York Finest says, hey, Candy. Hey, beautiful. Hey, hey. Hey, can I get a witness? Destiny seems to be a stand-up kind of woman. I agree. I like Destiny. Like the people on the show, prior to Melody's antics this season, I would have rocked with Melody. Like, Melody seems like a girl that I would be friends with. But the way things are shaking out this season, I'm not sure about that. Destiny would love to be friends with Destiny and Kimmy. I would even kick it with Tisha, but very surface level. Just like girls' night out style, if that makes sense. Not like a close friend, because she's too needy, I guess. I don't know, clingy. Hey, can I get a witness? Miss Wanda is part of a culture of submission. Yeah, but I mean, it's a collective brainwashing. And I know it's generational. I know it's stuff like that. But at the same time, like, now is the time for us, when we see it, to call it out and to shed light on it and to debunk it. I don't care if you're black, white, old, young, 10 kids, no kids. You're a human being. You deserve respect. You're worthy of love. You're valuable. You matter. Your life has meaning. And for someone to look you in your face and say, oh, you expect someone to love you, you expect someone to respect you, is disgusting. Disgusting. So we have to call it out so other little girls watching, other women in situations that might not be ideal, don't see this and hear this and internalize it and think, you know what, Miss Wanda is right. I am worthless. Who would love me? Who would want me? Why do I think I deserve someone to respect me? You know, I know it's a TV show. I know it's a reality show. I know Miss Wanda didn't create this narrative. It's a toxic narrative that has gone on for years and years and years. I know that. But I think we have to start calling it out, because even though it's a reality show, some people will still watch this and her words will have meaning to them and reinforce maybe negative things that they have been saying about themselves, or negative things that other people have said about it. Do you know what I mean? Hey, Joanna. She goes, Carlos King said, as long as there is a love and marriage husband, there will be a Wanda. She is speaking from her experience. She is damaged goods, allegedly. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, I know she's speaking from her experience. Obviously, she was projecting a lot of her own internal self-hate, because that's really what it is. It's a hate of yourself. when you don't think that you deserve respect or you're worthy of love, it's self-violence, it's self-hate, it's low self-esteem, it's low self-concept. So I get that. But that is why we have generational curses. That is why trauma and all this stuff and all of this unhealthy thinking are taught and passed down. So Miss Wanda, yes, is speaking from her experience and from her hurt, but she clearly has passed that on to her own children. And then now she has a platform and she could be passing it on to other people. She's trying to pass it on to Melody, but Melody was like, miss me with the bullshit. So yeah, she's speaking from her experience, but when you speak from your experience and it's a dangerous, toxic narrative, it still needs to be checked. So yeah. Hey, Sharon Redmond. She goes, they need to cast me along enough to gather Wanda. I'm older and get away with it. That is, yes. Carlos, are you listening? Sharon Redmond is up for the job. She can check and gather how old Kimmy is. But we also see that Kimmy and Miss Wanda are going to go head to head in the upcoming episodes. Are Kimmy and Miss Wanda closer in age than we think? Because I know that Kimmy is older than Maurice. And I know that Miss Wanda had Tisha Young. So are Kimmy and Miss Wanda closer in age? Because I think Kimmy's going to give it to her. I think Kimmy is going to gather all of Miss Wanda. So we'll see. Hey, Cece Salute. She goes, hi, Candy. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for joining. Happy Sunday. New York Finance says, what was that Destiny's ex? Was that Jabaric? To be perfectly honest, I don't even know. But it must have been, right? It must have been. You mean outside of the patio after the boys' graduation when all the men were sitting together? I think it was him too. Yeah. And a Melody Hill. Hey, Sasha T. Most Black women of a certain age think this way. That's right. My grandmother had 2 kids out of wedlock, my aunt and uncle. But she was upset at my cousin when we married his wife with 2 kids. Oh, when he married his wife with 2 kids. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. You're right. It is. It's generational. It's toxic. It's learned. But we have to nip that in the bud. Black women, white women, yellow women, polka dot women. We are worthy and deserving. I don't care how many kids you have, you don't have. I don't care how many babies, daddies you have, or you don't have. You're worthy, you're deserving, and you're enough. And there is a man or woman or whatever your sexual persuasion is who will love you. So you do not have to settle for toxic, unhealthy, disrespectful relationships. You don't. I don't care what your situation is. You don't have to settle for less than what you deserve. So we have to rewrite that narrative. And I really hope Kimmy gathers Miss Wanda all day long. Hey, Cece Salute. Miss Wanda is just a flea that everyone just can't scratch. LOL. Yup. Joanna says, can I get a witness? Yes, that's right. AJ says, tell her, Candy, that statement pissed me off. That pissed me off too. It pissed me off too, because I was just like, no, she is not, with her whole adult self on the show, talking to another woman, telling her, you expect someone to respect you and to be faithful and to love you with your 4 kids? And that is also telling the children that somehow there is something wrong with them, because children are so young and their minds are so malleable. So think about it, if you were Melody's daughters or even son, right? And you heard Miss Wanda saying this, how do you think their little brains are going to interpret that? Oh, mommy doesn't get love and respect because she has me? Well, then what's wrong with me? Right? You also have to think about how kids' little brains are. There's a reason why children's minds are not developed the way adult minds are. So we still even have to be mindful for her children. Could you imagine if you heard they're not related, but they're still family members in like the friendship. Could you imagine being that child and you're hearing Miss Wanda, Auntie Wanda, whatever, tell your mom not to expect love because she has you? That is even more disgusting and worse. Say her children are watching this. Oh, no one's gonna love mommy because mommy has me. You gotta really start thinking about this stuff. It is very generational and it is passed down and it is a curse. And we have to break that curse. All of us gotta break it. And the way we break it is by knowing our worth, by not settling for less, by speaking truth to this toxic bullshit. That is how we break it. That's how we do it. Deeper Than Skin Deep says, yes, 100%. Joanna says, insecure. Exactly. Sharon says, or perhaps wanted just like attention, or else why did she go at Martell before? This is the thing. Wanda is just problematic in general, and she's going after everybody. And Melody even said it. She's like, well, you're coming at me now being like, you still love that man, get with him, blah, blah, blah. But yet Miss Wanda is sucking up to Ariane on Ariane's Instagram, liking her Instagram and all this stuff. And then, yeah, she went after Martell. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how to make sense of nonsense. I don't know how to make sense of nonsense. You know what I mean? Hey, Joanna. She goes, hell, Tisha said she never hugged her or said she loved her. Crazy. That's what I'm saying. Now you know why Tisha is so, the way she is. Timmy, you didn't stand up for me. Melody, you didn't stand up for me. Everybody wants Marceau. Because if you didn't get that maternal love, unconditional love, support, understanding, your needs met, your wants met as a child in a safe and healthy way, then of course, as an adult, you continuously play out that dysfunction. That's why it's childhood trauma. The trauma you experienced in childhood is still bleeding and sabotaging your adult life because you haven't actually healed it. So of course, Tisha is going to go around and replay this trauma because she hasn't healed it. And that's why I like the fact that she said she's going to continue therapy on her own, even without Marceau, because I think she needs it. And maybe if she gets help or whatever, who knows? Hey, Deeper Than Skin Deep, she definitely needs to continue therapy. Exactly. Yes. Hey, can I get a witness at Joanna Morris? King is highly dramatic and very messy for real. Hey, DGS67, Wanda's views come from misogynistic, antiquated, and powerless place. 1,000%. And a very dangerous place. It's very, very dangerous because then we ask, why do women stay? Well, why do you stay if he cheats? Why do you stay if he beats you? Why do you stay if he verbally disrespects you? They stay because they have been programmed to believe that they don't deserve more. That they're somehow not worthy of healthy and happy. That's why they stay. Because they've been conditioned to believe the bullshit that Miss Wanda was saying. That nobody wants them, that they're disposable, that they're less than, that they're broken, that they're not good enough. And that's why abuse continues to go on and on and on. And so then we have these women who've been conditioned with this bullshit, stay in these abusive relationships. They go on to have daughters who think that's love. They go on to have sons who thinks that's how you show love. And then that's how we get generational curses. Passed on and passed on and passed on. Hey, Sunshine Tea, someone needs to put Miss Wanda in her place. I hope Kimmy does. I really hope. I'm like, Kimmy, come through in the next episodes. Come through. Please come through. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, I missed it. Okay, here we go. 2BA says, preacher girl. Yes, that is right. Can I get one that says, hey, Miss Wanda, nothing to brag about, but maybe this is what is going on in that small time head. Exactly. Deeper Than Skin, I just saw a picture of the mistress. Ooh. Carry on. Sharon Rema says, this scene is so random. Y'all think Melody and Martell gonna reunite? Ugh. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I think that they are the type of couple that low-key thrives on the drama. I think they do. I think they love fighting, and I think they love being the center of attention. I wouldn't be surprised. I think the only reason why they got divorced was because the baby actually happened. That's it. Hey, House of the Princess, she goes low down and dirty. Hey, Joanna Morris, that part, Candy, exactly. Hey, Sasha T, my grandma had similar things to my cousin's wife who had 2 kids prior to them getting married. Yup, you just have to leave them, Candy, because they will say you're rude if you disagree. Yeah, that's the thing. If you disagree or if you say something, they'll be like, oh, you're rude, you're disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. No, you're dismissive and you're gaslighting. Like, that's what it is. Hey, Reparations. Who's she playing both sides? Why though? She ain't got a dog in the fight. You think that part was scripted? Because last interaction she was taking up for Mel at Jalen's grad party. I mean, if they scripted her saying that, then the whole show has to go. If they scripted her saying that, then we need to scrap the show. If it was just Miss Wanda speaking from her own trauma, her own wounding, her own unhealthy thinking, then okay, that's a part of real life. We've all had people in lives. I have people in my family who think the way Miss Wanda think. I think you know what I mean? We all know someone who has that toxic generational thinking. So if they scripted it, that's a problematic when it comes to the actual production show. If it's just Miss Wanda speaking from her own wounding, then that's real. We can address it. So I hope it wasn't scripted. Joanna Morris, I could totally be friends with Kimmy. Me too. I would love to kiki with Kimmy. I like Kimmy a lot. I think she's very evolved. I think she's very mature. And I think she's a good time. Hey, to be Black Native, just like Whitney Houston and Wayne to Excel, the mother character wanted her to settle. Yep. And it comes from your own insecurity of, if you don't think you're good enough for X, Y, and Z, then you don't have the perspective to think that someone else is good enough for X, Y, and Z. It's rooted in their own self-loathing. Hey, Reparations goes, as Joanna saying, love me some Kimmy Kim. Me too. House of the Princess says archaic thinking. Very, very archaic. To be natives at Can I Get a Witness? 100, 100, 100. Hey, Lala Chanel. Hey, beautiful. She goes, Miss Wanda thinking is dated and ignorant. Exactly. Reparations says, exactly, Princess. Yes. New York Finance says, she'll blame it on editing. Hey, Princess. Okay. So Joanna Morris says, yep. To be native says, at Lala Chanel, yes, many women in my generation think this way. My mom was even worse. I mean, I have women in my family who think that way too. Thank God I don't, but yeah. Miss Princess says, hey to everybody. Hey, Joanna Morris, Kimmy is going to check the hell out of her ass. I hope she does. Kimmy, PSA to Kimmy, check Miss Wanda all day long. Snatch up them edges, leave no crumbs behind. Do the damn thing for all of us. Please. Megan Million 1990 is laughing. That is right. Kendall Witness says, Miss Wanda's in her 50s and Kimmy's in her 40s. Okay. Still closer, right? So let's do it. Ivy Girl 6 says, I think his name is Sideric. You're right, Ivy Girl. But is that Destiny's ex? Was he with someone else? Because isn't there a Sideric and a Barbaric and a Teteric? I don't know. But you're right, Ivy Girl. Lala Chanel's at 2B. I agree. Can I Get Witnesses? LeBaric was at the graduation party. LeBaric, right? It's like, it's bizarre. But isn't there 2 of them named that? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping, you guys. You guys have to check me. I might have imagined the 2 different people. So please check me if I was wrong. But that other guy was at the graduation party because he was sitting next to Martell, right? And when they were talking about the what do you call it? The paternity test. And Marcel was like, well, if you love her, don't get a paternity test. I was actually confused. Were they talking to Martell about getting a paternity test with Arion? Or were they talking to Liberic or Sidaric, whatever his name is, about getting a paternity test for him and Destiny's baby? Because they got divorced right after the baby came. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. Regina Bradford goes, Wanda's thinking has nothing to do with age. Wanda is a baby boomer. She was born in the 60s, not in the 40s. I feel her mindset is more regional. I don't know. Whatever it is, gross. Reparations. I think Sideric is Tell's bro and Labaric is Destiny's ex-husband. Okay, so that's right. Okay, so thank you, reparations. They are two different people. So Sideric is someone's brother and Labaric is Destiny's ex-husband. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Okay. So Sasha T says, has anybody ever checked the type of language from elders? I don't even know how to go about it. Honestly, they get so defensive and quick to say you're disrespectful. I don't know how it can be productive. So true. Yeah, they double down on it. And then the moment you disagree, or if you have your own opinion, or you want to be a critical thinker, they call you disrespectful. So I think the best way that I've learned how to deal with it is because it just ends up upsetting me, and I get upset and I get angry and I get frustrated. So I just try to not have those conversations with them. Because like you said, it's not productive. So if there's nothing that I can say to make someone think critically about the way that they think, I have to stop wasting my energy and just know not to talk to them about this topic and not to internalize it. And if I see them passing it on, try to correct it in the person they're passing it on to in the best way. For example, say your mother thinks that way. You're not going to change the way your mother thinks. But if you see that your mother instilling that in your niece or your nephew, their grandchildren, maybe the best thing you can do is to be an example and a mentor to your niece or nephew to make sure that they don't internalize what they're saying. So I would focus on the upcoming generations, making sure that we are there for them, that we are pouring into them, high self-esteem, high self-concept, respect and love and all of those things, healthy thinking, healthy mindset, healthy habits. Let the older people be how they are. Don't engage in it. Focus on the younger generations. Focus on the people that you can actually mold and change and help. The older generations, they are who they are. Focus on the nieces and the nephews and the grandchildren, your children, things like that. That's what I do, and that's what I would say. Focus on the upcoming generations so that the curse stops with you. The curse stops with your line. Don't let the elders pass along the curse. You stop the generational curse. And the way you do that is by loving yourself, living a joyful life, demanding respect and love within yourself and within your life, and then passing that on to the younger generations. A lot of times we want to go back and correct older people's thinkings, but that's going to get us nowhere. To break the curse, it's with the people coming up, not with the people who established it. Let's see. Mega Million in 1990 says, I hate how she's projecting her insecurities on everyone. Me too. Me too. To be native at Regina Bradford. That's a great point. I was born in the 50s. My mom in the 30s. My grandma was born in 1914. Wow. Both mom and grandma are NOLA born. Wow. House of the Princess. Women with children are told stuff like that all the time. They really are. Like somehow, just because you had a child, you're somehow now damaged or broken or not good enough, get out of here with that. But the man who put that baby in your stomach, I bet you they're still chasing after him, acting like he's some high quality man. Get the hell out of here. Hey, CC, salute. I think Letitia is trying to break the cycle slowly but surely. She had the Black Girl event last season and through her podcast. Yeah, I think maybe she is trying, but the Black Girl event was more about skin color. It was literally about like, if you're darker skinned or light skinned, it doesn't matter. It was more about breaking like colorism barriers. And then her podcast was like, what's her podcast? Like mommy work like working mommy or something like that. I don't know, but you're right. I do think she's trying. And I think it's great that she's going to therapy. So you're right. She is trying. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. So DJF7 says, Tisha's trying to heal her childhood drama with all of those degrees. She needs to focus with a therapist. Yeah. The marketing, the MBA, blah, 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 blah. Those are all great, but continue the therapy with a therapist. I think that is the biggest thing. I think you're exactly right. And I think, that's what's going to lead to breaking the generational curse, is the therapy. It's the working on yourself. It's all of that. Hey, Sausage, she goes, can I get a witness? We're discussing this within the confines of the Black community. I know it's cultural and crosses racial lines. Yeah, this is the thing. It's not just 100%. It's not just the Black community. This type of thinking it's a human problem. It transcends Black, white, Hispanic, yellow, Asian, whatever it is, red, brown, purple, green. It's just problematic. We're talking about it. You're exactly right, Sasha, within the confines of the Black community because, well, A, I'm Black, so I talk about from my experience, and then B, it's a Black show. So it's within those confines, but it definitely transcends all races and ages. So, yep. Hey, 2B, she goes, at Regina Bradford. Yep, my aunts were from New York and had totally opposite ideas. Hey, can I get a witness? Actually, Miss Wanda may be 20 years Kimmy senior. Ooh, 20. I still want Kimmy to get her. Hey, Joanna Morris. Tisha has all that education, yet no social skills or common sense. My dad called those people educated fools. Yeah, she's scrambled. And it's hard to watch because Tisha is a beautiful woman and she's very intelligent. That's another thing. Like, you can be intelligent, you can be book smart, but exactly like you said, sort of lack those interpersonal social skills, common sense when it comes to that stuff, emotional intelligence, right? There are two different things. Intellectual intelligence, she has all these degrees. She's a very, very smart girl, very, very smart. But the emotional intelligence is what is lacking. So, yep. Hey, Sharon Redmond, Wanda got a boyfriend and a whole husband. Exactly. She ain't as Neanderthal as she pretends to be. She still gives me multiple personalities. Not multiple personalities. Sharon. Hey, Regina Bradford had to be a Black native. Exactly. Yup. Okay, so Dolores Sung says, I have to disagree. I'm an older woman, older than Miss Wanda. Those remarks are her opinions, and she is sending mixed signals to Tisha. No wonder Marcel treats Tisha the way he does. Right. Well, Dolores, I agree. We're not saying all older people think that way. So just to clarify, when we talk about this stuff and we say older, younger, Black, this, we're not talking pejoratively. We're not saying this is how all people think, but there are trends within certain age groups. There are trends of thinking for baby boomers versus millennials versus Gen Z. There are trends of thinking of southern states versus northern states. There are trends of thinking of people who live in urban areas versus suburban areas. So when we say that, we're talking more about a certain trend of thinking, not so much that all older people think this way, or all Black people think this way, or within all of the community, right? So I agree with you. We're not saying all of one people think this way. It's more of a trend of thinking within certain groups. Like young people may have a trend of thinking this way. It doesn't mean all young people think that way, right? I just want to make sure we clarify that. But I also agree with you. She is sending mixed signals to Tisha, and also mixed signals to Melody. One moment she's cussing out Martell. One moment she's blowing up his mistress's Instagram. The next moment she's telling her to get back with him. Like, those are mixed signals, you know? So it's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, Sasha T, like the video. That's right, you guys. Let's get those likes up. Get them up, get them up, get them up. Boop, boop. Reparations says, oh, true. Joanna Morris says, they never should have even allowed that scene to play. I agree. Just like the scene, speaking of monster vaping. I agree. The monster scene should have been cut on the editing floor. And Marcel was just like, well, that's another thing, right? So Maurice was like, where did you hear this from? Tiffany was lying when she said she didn't remember. You remember meeting Destiny 3 to 5 years ago at a random event and a whole outfit, but you don't remember where you heard that monster was vaping from? Tiffany, girl, bye. You lying. Maurice also, but the thing is, I don't know what's in the contract. I have to read the contract with the production people, but I would also have a problem with production, because production, you may not have a duty to protect the talent, but you do have a duty to protect minor children. And I just don't know, if this had happened on a different franchise, would they have allowed it to fly? Just don't know if that's the case. So Maurice, yes, figure out where she heard it from. If she heard it from the school, that is a problem. But maybe also check production on this. Because Monster Maurice Jr. is a minor child. He's not the talent of the show. Maurice and Kimmy are the talent of the show. But they weren't telling Maurice and Kimmy's business. They were telling Monster's business. Which goes back to Melody's whack-ass statement. Oh, the big problem is that Kimmy didn't know. No, the big problem is that Tiffany spoke on a minor child's life. That is what the problem is. So production should be held for that too. I don't know what the legalities are. I don't know what the contract says, but that was not. Hey, Sunshine T, Martell has 4 kids already. Why would he get another one pregnant? Was Melody not good enough for him? See, that's the thing. That's the problem. Like, thank you for bringing that up. That is what the underlying tone is that somehow in these situations, it always becomes women are not good enough. Oh, your husband cheated on you. You must have not been good enough. Oh, you have 4 kids. You're not good enough. Oh, you have more than one baby father. You're not good enough. Oh, you're this age with no kids? What's wrong with you? You're not good enough. Oh, you're this age and you're still single? You're not good enough. Oh, you're this age and you're divorced? You're not good enough. It's like, we can't catch an effing break. We can't catch a break. And the truth is, we are all more than good enough. I don't care if you are 40, single, no kids, you're good enough. I don't care if you're 25, 5 kids, 5 different baby daddies, you're good enough. I don't care if you're divorced. I don't care if you're separated. I don't care what you are. You are good enough. And the fact that Martell has a problem where he can't keep his penis in his pants does not mean that there is something wrong with Melody. Does not mean that Melody is not good enough. And that also goes into this whack narrative that when men disrespect us, it somehow reflects on our worthiness. Well, what did you do to make him cheat? What didn't you do to make him cheat? Were you not satisfying him? Were you this, that? No, if somebody cheats on somebody, it is their problem. If you are in a relationship, if you are a man in a relationship, I'm talking heteronormative just to illustrate it, but obviously LGBTQIA are included, and it's fine. We love everybody here. We love everyone in the Candy Shop. But just for an example, if you're a man in a relationship and you feel that your physical needs are not being met, your emotional needs are not being met, you have a conversation with your wife. You go to therapy, you work it out, you figure it out. You don't step outside of your marriage for years, screwing every which thing, have a whole relationship with somebody else, and then have a whole baby on her and be like, well, I did this because you're not good enough for me. That is so disgusting. So disgusting. And it goes to that. Was Melody not good enough for him? She was more than good enough for him. The problem was within him. But we're taught that if someone disrespects us, somehow we deserved it. Somehow it was our fault. We can't catch a break. It's crazy. It's crazy. And so not true. Just because someone disrespects you, that doesn't mean you deserved it. It doesn't mean it was your fault. It doesn't mean you weren't good enough. It is something in them that is the problem. And too often we let people who disrespect us and abuse us make us feel like it was our fault or that we deserved it. And we didn't. You don't deserve someone to disrespect you. You don't deserve someone to abuse you. You don't deserve someone to cheat on you. You don't deserve that. It is a fault within them, not you. And that's another reason why abuse continues and continues and continues, because somehow you think the problem is within you, that you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you're not deserving. And that's why this person is treating you this way. That's not true. It's not. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying out here. Hey, Shrinking Sharon. She says, hello, Candy. Hey, mods. Yes, yes. Hey, beautiful. Okay, let's see. What you guys are saying in the chat box. Okay, let's start here. Okay. Hey, Stacey Salute. She goes, also, I think not just helping the future generation, but also the more sensitive people, be more sensitive to the people who are damaged by the old negative thinking from the L is important too. Yes, that is a very good point. That's a very good point. Being sensitive and holding us grace for them as well. That's a very, very good point too, Cece Salute. Oh, Lala Chanel. Okay. Lala and Martell, they were talking about Martell. They were talking to Martell about a DNA test. Thank you, Lala. Okay, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. And it looked like Mel was not having it. No, she was not. She was not. Lala Chanel says Tisha needs to stand up to her mother. She does, but she won't because they're so codependent. It's a very, very codependent relationship that they have. Tisha is still trying to get her mother's attention and love and validation. And so she married a man who, this is the thing, Tisha has to work really hard for her mother's attention, her mother's love, her mother's validation. Tisha has to give to her mother rather than a more healthy and natural, which would be the mother should pour into the child. They're very codependent. The child is continuously pouring into the mother. And so Tisha then went and married a man. And the reason why Marceau and Miss Wanda butt heads is because they are exactly alike. They always say you marry your parent. Tisha went and married a man who she has to continuously pour into, and she has to continuously fight for his attention, for his love, and for his validation. The type of relationship that Tisha has with Marceau, if you really look at it, mirrors the relationship that she has with her mother. Miss Wanda and Marceau both talk down to Tisha. They both ignore her unless she's doing what they want them to do. They both gaslight her. They both make her work very, very hard for their love, attention, and validation. And they both want her to be how they want her to be. Neither of them really say to her, I love you as your authentic self. I respect the decisions you make for yourself. Neither one of them do that. Marceau is constantly telling her, you need to shut up and be a housewife. Stay in your place. Her mother is continuously telling her, you need to not shut up and you need to fight and go to battle with your husband because he's out here running these streets. Tisha is caught in a rock and a hard place because she married her mother. And that's why Marceau and Miss Wanda constantly butt heads, because they're vying for the same exact position in Tisha's life. And that's why it's so dysfunctional and so gross. Let me tell you. Hey, Regina, she was at Can I Get a Witness? Wanda is messy and attention seeker. Exactly. She can't offer relationship advice when her house is untidy. Shake my head. Thank you. And how is she going so hard after Marceau for cheating when she has a husband and a boyfriend? So you want someone to be faithful to your daughter when you're not faithful to, I don't know, is her husband Tisha's father? I don't know. It's crazy. Hey, can I get what's that, Kenny? Did you ever see the movie Family Reunion? No. When my mother saw the daughter's face bruises after the DVV, after a domestic violence scene, she asked, what did you do? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, I haven't seen that movie, but that's what I'm saying. It's taught, did you provoke? You know how they are. All of that thing where they make someone else's toxic, abusive, disrespectful behavior your fault when it's not true. If you are being abused in any way, shape, or form, even someone cheating on you, I consider that abuse. I do. It is mental and emotional abuse because you have to not only swallow your pride, but how embarrassing is that? What a sense of betrayal that is. Anybody who has been cheated on know that that is a traumatic experience. Someone that you trust and love betrays you on that level. And usually it's not kept quiet. Usually people know. Then you're dealing with embarrassment and shame. I do think that someone cheating on you is a form of abuse. It really is. Can I get a witness? 100 at Candy. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Joanna. She goes, hell, Indian wives cannot even sit in front seat of a car. That's what I'm saying. It's not just the Black community. It's not just Black people. It is across the board. It's white, Indian, Hispanic, Native American, Asian. It's across the board. It's a big problem. Hey, Misty. She goes, Candy, Candy. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Kiki Snob. She goes, hey, Candy. Hello, love. Hello. Hey, Taki Award. I think Kimmy is 50. Kimmy's 50? Girl, we need her skincare routine. We need to get her on. If Kimmy is 50, we need her skincare routine. Hey, New York's Finest. I'm still holding off for Tisha. LOL. Me too. Me too. Hey, Misty. I was upset when Maurice let everyone know he didn't tell Kimmy about Monster. Yeah. That was very embarrassing. But the thing is, he had to say it because it already came out on camera. You know what I mean? So it's like he had to try and clean it up. But it was gross. It was gross. Hey, Missy. She says, sorry I'm late. I made some of the live. Oh, you are right on time. We are just keying. We started talking about the episode. We veered off to this conversation, but I think this is a much more meaningful conversation. Hey, Lala Chanel. Miss Wanda reinforces a lot of negative stereotypes. So true. Can I get a witness? Ataki Warren, she just looks mature. Recall someone saying she was in her 30s on a testimonial. Allegedly, hopefully they were truthful. I don't think Kimmy's in her 30s because her son Jalen graduated from college. So Jalen has to be at least 22, 23 now because they had his graduation, I think, in the pandemic. And then he's been working for like a year, right, at Black or whatever it's called. So he has to be at least 22, 23. So how old was she when she had him? That's what we need to figure out. Okay, Sasha T. Candy, have you seen the discourses on social media with Sha'Carri and the latest race with the Jamaican athletes? People said they didn't show good sportsmanship. I haven't seen the latest on it. I gotta look it up. But let me look at it and we can have a live about it. We did one about the Olympics before, but man, I tell you, it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. That's right. Like the video. Get those likes up, everybody. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Ms. T, do you think Tiffany was crying to appear that she was sorry? Because Tiffany never apologized, but the husband did. No, see, the thing with Tiffany is I do think that her tears were genuine. I do think that once Maurice stepped, this is the difference. I think the fact that Maurice was the one that stepped to her and was like, this is my child, X, Y, and Z. I think that's why she was crying. And I do think that her tears were genuine. I think if it had just been Kimmy to step to her, I think she would have had a very different reaction. I think she would have been very rude, and I think she would have dismissed Kimmy the way she did before in the confessional, the way she did that day, the way she dismissed Destiny when Destiny got upset when she brought up allegations of Destiny's ex-husband being a cheater. I think because Maurice was delivering the information, and I think because her husband was next to her, she had that realization and she had that emotion. However, if I think it was just the girls one-on-one, she would have been snotty about it and snide and condescending and entitled the way she's always been. That's what I think, Tiffany. Hey, Miss T, all statements are alleged for entertainment purposes only. That is right. This is all alleged. This is all entertainment. This is all opinion-based. This is all just interpretation. Thank you so much. Hey, Joanna. She goes, I honestly feel sorry for Tisha. I literally want to give her a hug and tell her that she is loved and deserves so much better. Prayers to her. Yeah. I mean, you really got to think about Tisha. She grew up with a codependent parent. So she was basically the parent, and that's what she married. Hey, Evelyn Lopez. She goes, I don't like Tiffany. I'm glad Maurice checked her. Me too. 1,000%. Hey, beautiful Ivy Girl 06. You're so pretty. Food for thought. Melody and the exec producer of the show. That is true. That is very true. So Melody knows what's going to be said. Melody knows the flow of the scenes. Melody knows what's going on. And Melody knew, allegedly, my opinion, the tea that Tiffany was going to bring. She knew the tea about Monster, and she 1,000% knew the tea about Destiny's husband, alleged cheating. She was co-signing it. Oh, wasn't it at the Entrepreneurship Award? Girl, you remember something from 3 to 5 years ago that Tiffany allegedly is randomly bringing up? We're not stupid, Mel. Hey, Journey B, Miss Wanda Curls is too tight on her head, and she's forgetting it is 2021. Women are bosses in brains. Exactly. And worthy and deserving. Hey, Glorious Purpose. Hey, Candy and Chat. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for coming through. Hey, can I get a witness at Miss T? Crying will not make up for all her other messy claims. Yeah. Tiff began spilling right out the gate. She even referred to Destiny's husband, her child's baby daddy, when they were still married. Yeah, Tiffany is extremely disrespectful. She even disrespected Mel. Even before this happened, remember the live we did, and I said how Tiffany gave me weird vibes. Her energy was off. And even when she came in and she had when she was first introduced on the show, when she was talking to Melody, and she said to Melody, she was like, how's your mental state? Or what I don't know exactly the term she used, but she was like, how's your mental state? Like, how's your mental health? Remember she said that to Melody on camera? Girl. Hey, Lala. She was, Melody is coming off a little shady this season. A lot shady. A lot. A lot shady. And she really showed her slip when she went into that bathroom after Tiffany and was just like, oh, well, the biggest thing to me is Kimmy not knowing. Like, you shouldn't be able to tell her anything she doesn't know. Melody, just because Martell had you out here looking like a whole fool doesn't mean that you need to bring down everybody else to make yourself feel better and look better, because that is what you're trying to do. You're trying to expose Destiny and her husband. You're trying to expose Kimmy and Maurice. You're trying to expose Tisha and Marceau, because you don't want to be the only one out here whose business is all out there. But the person you need to be mad about is Martell. He's the one who was cheating on you for half a decade. He is the one who had a baby with another woman. He is the one who put your business on social media for the world to see. Not Destiny, not Kimmy, not Tisha. Your issue should be with Martell. Second, your first issue should be with yourself. You chose to stay with him. So look in the mirror if you want to be mad at somebody, and then look at your ex-husband, because it's the two of you who created this situation, not your friends. So yeah, insane. Like the video. Thank you, Sasha. Hey, New York Finest, warning. Miss Wanda's stiff stuff hair may cause poor judgment. Y'all silly. Hey, Dolores Young. Most women may forgive cheating, but when there's a baby, that's a different story. Exactly. That is why she ended up actually divorcing him, because the baby. You couldn't hide the baby. A lot of times we can, kind of sweep the cheating under the rug. Oh, it was a blip. It was a moment. We worked through it. But when there's a whole baby and you on TV and you're trying to be the next Beyonce, there's issues. That is very true. That is so true. Okay, that's what you guys are saying. Hey, Joanna. She goes, at Sunshine Tea, I don't give one damn as to how good you treat your man. If they are cheaters, it is what it is. Women are not excluded. That is so true. That is so, so true. I agree. Okay, that's what you guys are saying. Hey, Shrinking Sharon. She goes, hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. That's right. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hey, Glorious Purpose at Dolores Young. Facts 100. Exactly. Hey, Ebony. Hey, beautiful. Miss Wanda was projecting her negative experience with men onto Melody when she said that a good man wouldn't want a woman with 4 kids. Exactly. She was projecting her own low self-esteem, her own negative experience onto Melody, because that is where her thinking and her perspective is. That's where her own self-hate lies, because it is a form of self-hate to think that you are not worthy and deserving of love and respect, and to have someone not abuse you. That is a form of self-hate. That's why what we work on is called self-love. That is why we work on self-love, loving of the self, because it is self-hate. It is hatred of yourself to think that there is something wrong and broken and not enough in you, that you don't deserve abundance, respect, happiness, love, wealth, friendship, joy. It is a self-hate. That's why what we work on is self-love. And that's why self-love is so important. And the way that we get our self-love up is through our self-care practices. It's through therapy. It's through healthy community. It's through your self-concept. And your self-concept is just, what do you think about you? How do you speak to you? What is your relationship to yourself? And that's really what it's all about. So yeah. Sharon Redmond says, Melly got a strong stomach. I'm going to leave it right there. Girl, when she said nearly every day, we keep it clean in the candy shop, but yes. Y'all I got me cracking up over here. Sharon, you crazy. You got me dying. Hey, beautiful Ebony. She goes, I think what helps to not settle in romantic relationships is not to raise a girl to think that life is just having a boyfriend, emphasize college and being independent, spirituality, make money, etc. Exactly. It's emphasizing that we want to raise young girls to become fully formed women where we don't feel we have to be dependent on anyone for anything. And when I say that, I don't mean it in that toxic independent woman way, where it's like, I'm a boss and I can do whatever. I don't need this. I don't need that. I'm strong. I got it. I don't mean the toxic version of that. I mean the healthy version of it, where it's, I validate myself. I love myself. I respect myself. I am self-sufficient. And because of all of that, I know that I deserve a partner that I can be interdependent with. Not codependent and not dependent or independent, but interdependent, where we have a healthy relationship that we are able to pour into each other. Interdependence. We depend on each other. Not codependent, where I depend on you to make me feel good about myself, but you're not pouring back into me. Not independent, where it's I get it all myself and I got it. I don't need nobody. I got this. Interdependent, where I am good within myself and I choose a partner who is good within themselves and we pour into each other. Interdependence is what we need to teach children, men and little boys and little girls, so that the girls can be good partners and the men can be good partners too, right? Interdependence is what we need to teach people. Healthy emotional intelligence is what we need to teach. That's more important than algebra or calculus. We all have phones now. But healthy communication skills, healthy emotional intelligence, self-esteem, self-worth, self-concept, these are very important skills that we need to start instilling in our children. You are worthy and deserving enough on your own, that you are in a place to attract a person like you, so that you don't have a project, you have a partnership, you have a relationship. We want interdependence, where it is okay to be soft and vulnerable and needy with your partner, because your partner is a safe person to be that with. The problem is when we show up as our vulnerable selves, as our soft selves, as our needy selves, with a person who is not safe. That is when we are then taught that we can't depend on anybody, that we have to hold it down ourselves, that everybody leaves, that you're weak if you need something from someone, that you have to hold it down yourself. No, that's not true. You just simply trusted yourself to the wrong person. But when you trust yourself to the right person, that is just beauty. That is joy. That is love. When you can show up fully as your authentic self, warts and all, and have someone look at you and say, I love you and I got you. You are still enough for me. That is what we want. But unfortunately, sometimes we show up as ourselves to an unsafe person. And that causes trauma. That causes wounding. And then we bring that trauma and wounding, and then we carry that with us to within ourselves and then to other relationships. Okay, let's see. Hey, Regina at Miss T. I think she started crying because she felt bad about her behavior. Yeah. Maurice mentioned kids are vulnerable. Exactly. They sometimes contemplate hurting themselves and life becomes too heavy to handle. Exactly. And especially on a public platform like this, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. And somebody in a child's business is not an adult's business or place to share. Point blank, period. Also, the vaping The vaping was not at a school. It was in a locker room at a practice game. New York finest, interesting point. Reparations, it does mirror DNT, you gotta break, dear. Yep. Hey, Miss T, Tisha don't even know who she really is anymore. No, she doesn't. She doesn't know. Or not even anymore. I don't know if she ever did. That's the thing when you grow up with codependent with a parent, your sense of self is so eroded that you don't know who you are at your core. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you think. You don't know how to self-validate yourself because you're so used to looking outside of yourself for how you should think, feel, and act that you forget to check in with you. You forget to cultivate who you are, your personality. Yeah. Sharon Redmond, perhaps Marcel was doing Wanda. Ew, you nasty, Sharon. You nasty. Hey, can I get one? Is at Sharon Redmond. Yes. Hey, beautiful Amelia French. Hey, girl, come through with analysis, Dr. Candy. I know. I have 4 degrees. I'm Zen Wen. No, I don't have 4 degrees. I only have 1. But yes, Dr. Candy, I will take it, Amelia. I will take it. Thank you, Beatty. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, Regina Bradford at House of the Apprentice. Girl, I saw you so dead. Marcella, get in your life. I know. I'm not going to lie. I had some FOMO. I had fear of missing out, but I'm happy they got together and they had fun. It looked like a really fun, good time. And I'm happy they got together. Hey, Glorious Purpose. I know she's puking at Sharon. Just joking, but hey. Hey, Mocha Deluxe. She goes, that's right. Abuse isn't always physical. Oh, you guys. If you guys missed my skincare giveaway, Mocha Deluxe is the winner. So last week, I think we did a skincare giveaway, and Mocha Deluxe is the winner. Mocha Deluxe, I saw your email. I'm going to respond to you so I can get your goodies to you. But everybody, just so you know, Mocha Deluxe was our big skincare giveaway winner. Yes. Hey, can I get a witness? Tisha seems to have inherited her mother's traits, allegedly and respectively, that frontal lobe part. Sorry, not sorry. I know. Hey, Glorious Purpose. Wanda did claim they were about the same age with Kimmy. She did. So I don't know if she was trying to shade Kimmy. I don't know. Regina Bradford, I can do. We want your skin regimen. Yes, we did a whole skincare giveaway. But you know what I will do? But we were talking about it. We're going to get Miss T to come back because she is an actual esthetician, and she just gave us so many good insights. So we'll do another one. If you guys want, if I'm brave enough, if we get enough likes and subscribers, do you want me to do one with no makeup? And I go through my complete regimen with each product. So you can see what I look like with no makeup on. And I'll go through my whole skincare routine. And then we can do another one where I go through my full makeup routine. That could be fun, right? Get those likes up and I'll take my makeup off. Spoiler alert. I pretty much look the same except no eyeliner. Oh, Regina says Kimmy is 50. Damn. Hey, Mocha Deluxe. She goes, chow. Kimmy is definitely long in the tooth. She just takes good care of herself. Y'all. Stop, my girl Kimmy. Glorious Purpose is laughing. Yay. Thank you so much, Shrink and Sharon. My shout out to my mods. I love you guys so much. Shout out to my mods. I love you. Hey, Amelia. She goes, even if Maurice didn't want advice on how to handle the situation, I can't imagine not telling my partner about something so significant happening that I had to deal with. I agree. Maurice was dead ass wrong for not telling Kimmy. And it's indicative of a bigger problem in their relationship. I felt really bad when Kimmy kept saying, well, I've just accepted it. I've just accepted, what's going on in our relationship. I've just accepted it. That made me really sad that she was just like, oh, I've just accepted like how like the shortcomings. We haven't even had a honeymoon. And it's like, if a woman is bringing something up to you more than once, it's because it really matters to her. And he needs to heed that and listen. Hey, can I get a witness? Okay, thanks, shady cast members. Even about age. I know. Hey, Watch D. She goes, I agree. Glorious Purposes at Amelia French Facts 100. Exactly. Sunshine T says, how do we go from speaking about Love and Marriage Huntsville to the Olympic Games? New York Finance says, I wanted Kimmy to get on Maurice about leaving that dinner. Me too. I honestly think, you guys know I love a conspiracy theory. I think Maurice planned leaving. I don't think Maurice cares what Kimmy, Kiowa, or Kiowa's husband has to say about the way he raises Monster. I think his mind is made up. I think he placates to them, gives them lip service, but ultimately he's just going to do whatever he wants to do. I don't think he was actually interested in being at that discussion. And that's why he purposely planned a meeting strategically at the same time they were supposed to do this. I think he planned it. I think he maybe didn't plan to leave before they got there, but I definitely think he planned to leave while they were there. You don't plan a meeting that close to filming and that close to what's going on for no reason. Like, filming is also your job. So you're leaving one job to go to a meeting for another job? That doesn't make sense. Filming is also your job. You got paid to show up that day. So I think he did it on purpose. Hair operations. I've seen the latest about Sha'Carri on Leilani TV. Did a quick vid about it today. She did show the other interview of her congratulating the winners. It's just the media tends to keep her in a negative light. Thank you. Regina Braff versus Sha'Carri got smoked and showed poor sportsmanship. I was a Sha'Carri fan. She needs to grow up. She lost. Oh, okay. Hey, Miss T, why do you think Mel is being so toothpaste towards Destiny? Okay, so the reason why I think that Melody is being so shady and rude to Destiny is for two reasons. The first one is, I do think that Melody and Destiny have a genuine friendship. I do think that they are two women who genuinely love each other and genuinely have a friendship. I think that Melody is feeling a little salty because Destiny did not confide in her about her divorce. And I also think she's feeling salty because Destiny is getting closer to Kimmy, and it was also getting closer to Tisha. And that Destiny had confided in Tisha that she didn't like what Tiffany said at the brunch and that she was going to talk to Melody about it. And before Destiny could talk to Melody, Tisha told Melody. So I think that is why Melody, that's the first reason why Melody has been so salty towards Destiny. I think it's just like sort of like a, I don't want to say mean girl, but I just want to say I think it's more of like a friendship politics thing. Melody wants to be the head friend. She wants to be the one that Destiny tells everything to first and the most. And so she's felt some type of way to Destiny about that. The second reason why I think she's being shady is because I think that Melody feels like, well, y'all love to talk about my business. Y'all love to talk about how Martell was cheating on me, how he had a whole baby, this whole social media, the whole side chick. Y'all love to talk about me and my relationship, but yet y'all's relationship isn't perfect as you're pretending it to be. So I think there's a part of Melody that wants to expose that, hey, maybe Destiny's ex-husband was cheating. That's why at the brunch, she was just like, oh, well, he was cheating, right? Was he ever cheating? Well, if he wasn't cheating, it wouldn't be a problem. Like, is he a known cheater? You know what I mean? So I think Melody is trying to expose everybody else's relationship skeletons because she doesn't want to be the only one out here with her dirty laundry hanging out. That's why she said to Tisha, oh, well, Martell told me that Marcel had 20 girlfriends, and she was talking to Tisha. She was like, well, who do you think my husband was out here running around with? Your husband. They were all doing the dirt. And that's also why she said about Kimmy and Maurice, she was like, oh, well, I think the bigger issue is that Kimmy didn't know. Like, there's nothing you should have came and told her that she didn't know about her relationship, because there's been things about Melody's marriage that she didn't know, that came out on social media, that came out in the blogs, that came out on the show. So I think that Melody is coming for everybody's relationship, because Melody is saying, yeah, my relationship isn't perfect, but neither is yours. And I'm going to expose your skeletons in your marriage because all of my skeletons got exposed. And I'm not going to be the only one out here looking crazy for having been with a man that cheated on me. And then I also think Melody does love Destiny as a friend. And she is like, no, I'm supposed to be the head friend. You come to me first, and you come to me with the most tea. So that's what I think their issues are. Shrinkin' Sharon says, hello, Miss T. Hello, hello. Glorious Purpose. Wait, so how did Mel know that Maurice didn't tell Kimmy about the vaping? Did Kimmy tell her? No. So remember when in the episode, was Melody there? But remember when Maurice put his arm around Kimmy, and then he went to Kiowa. He goes, I didn't even tell Kimmy about it because we had already done it, blah, blah, blah. So Maurice, during the conversation with them, made it known that he didn't tell Kimmy. And I also think Kimmy also said that she didn't know. Maybe at Taco Tuesday with all the girls, or maybe it was a different thing. But it came out that she didn't know. And also, Kimmy also said it at the brunch. Because remember, Kimmy was just like, well, I don't. She goes, no, I never heard that. I didn't know that. I'll have to ask Maurice about it. So even at the brunch that it came up, she said she didn't know about it. Hey, a sip with D. She goes, hey, Candy. Hey, beautiful. I love that red hair come through. Hey, Mega Million 1990. Melody definitely knew Misery loves company and she needs therapy before she doesn't have any friends. I agree. I think Melody is just like, I'm out here. I'm about to make sure you're out here too. And Melody definitely knew. Hey, Melody. Melody served Tiffany the tea. I wouldn't be surprised. But she 1,000% knew. 1,000%. Hey, New York's finest. Mel set up that woman. Hey, Tiffany Native at Candy watching Plez. She's heartfelt. Aww, yay! I love Plez. Hey, at Sip with D. Misery loves company. Mel doesn't want to be alone in a cheating scandal. Exactly. That is exactly what it is. Let's see here. Hey, Kiki Snob. What Mel forgot is that statement is going to come back and bite her in the butt. Kimmel is going to check her. Yes, 100%, because production got it on camera. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. Hey, Paige Coleman goes, hi, you're so pretty, love you. Aw, you're so pretty too, beautiful. I love you too. Mwah, thank you. Tawanda Brown says, yes. Ebony M, you're right, Candy. Our society, school systems do not teach high confidence, communication skills, and how to cope with rejection, embarrassment, etc. That is so true. They don't. They don't teach it. They don't. And we need to. That's what we need. I think that if we were teaching that, a lot of our problems in society would be healed. A lot of it would be healed if we taught people how to love themselves. Because a lot of times, what hate that we project out is just the hate that we already feel inside. So if we were able to heal the hate from self, it's not hate of others. It always boils down to a hate of self that spews out, that you project onto others. Hey, Miss T. Mel seems to like the fact that her ex-husband still wants her. Of course she does. Girl, of course she does. I think they thrive on the drama. I think they thrive on it. Hey, can I get a witness to go speak on it, Candy? Yes. Hey, Ebony M, this content is so good, important, and needed. Great job, Candy, and everyone for contributing. That's right. Thank you, guys, and thank everyone for contributing. And I agree. This has been such a good conversation, one that is much needed, and one that we have to have more with ourselves, with each other, with our family, with the younger generation, compassion for the older generation. Yes. Hey, Miss T, Miss Wanda Miss Wanda put too much pump up in her head. So true. Hey, it's up with Miss T. I agree. It's like she wants that as validation for her that he really wanted her. Yep, 1,000%. Hey, Glorious Purpose. She has given us some pumps. Hey, Tawanda Brown. Thanks for speaking so beautifully, Queen. Aw, you are so welcome. And thank you all for being so open and loving for these conversations. I love my Candy Cane community. I love you guys so, so much. Can I get a witness? Self-trust. Yup. Equals joy and love. Exactly. Hey, Miss T, what do you think the real reason is the construction isn't happening on 40 acres? Didn't they say that it was because something about the divorce between Martell and Melody, that they stopped any joint projects they had, and Martell didn't have a building license, but Melody did. And then wasn't that why his friend named Chris or something like that, went behind his back to Melody and was just like, oh, me and the client want to know if you want to build with us. I think it was about permits and like who had licenses and who didn't. And then his friend Chris was studying to get his business license so he could go through. I think it was down to like who had the license and who didn't. And when it went back to being like Melody basically was like the brains behind it. So I think that's why, but who knows? Who knows? Misty says money. Money. Can I get witnesses laughing? Yay. Everybody says, great job, Mocha Deluxe, on winning the giveaway. That's right. Congrats, Mocha Deluxe. Hey, Stacey Silhouette Candy. I think you should have a self-care discussion on breaking generational curses. I think that would be a really good episode. Yes, I will put that down. I will do one on breaking generational curses. The one that we're doing this week is how, and I believe we're doing it on Wednesday, is how to deal with rejection. Healthy ways to deal with rejection, because rejection is such a big thing. We get rejected by people, we get rejected by jobs, we get rejected by family, friends. And how do you deal with that? How do you deal when you want a yes, but you're getting a no? How do you deal with that? So that's what we're going to talk about. That's our self-care session for Wednesday. So hit the notification bell. The live is already up, so click that reminder button. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking about how to deal with rejection. And then we can do one the following week on generational curses. That's a good idea, Cece. P says, yes. Ebony, I do think Miss Wanda started her family at a young age. I think she's about 55 and Kimmy's about 50. Kimmy is a well-preserved 50. Okay, I'm going to be shady. Is that okay? Okay, I'm going to be shady. Let's say, hypothetically, Kimmy is 50. Why did Maurice have to get a vasectomy? Right? Because I don't think that normally or naturally women at 50 are having babies, unless you're Janet Jackson, unless you're whatever, because you have technology and you have the money all behind it. Who knows what these doctors are cooking up in the labs, right? But generally speaking, a 50-year-old woman isn't necessarily expecting to get pregnant. Generally speaking. So why did Maurice have to get a vasectomy if Kimmy seems to be out of childbearing age range? Then again, to not be shady, to be devil's advocate, maybe she's not 50. And then also, even if she is, women go through menopause at different ages, right? So maybe she hasn't gone through menopause yet. I don't know. That's as shady as I'm going to be about it, because I don't want to be mean. So I'll stop it there. Okay. Mocha says, yes, thank you so much, Candy. I can't wait for my spa day. Yes, your DIY spa day. Exactly. Congrats on winning it, baby doll. P, I want to ask her about high-frequency treatments. Yeah, we'll have Miss T back. We can talk more about high-frequency treatments. We can talk about skincare, all that stuff. Pieces. Hey, Candy and the Candy Canes. Hey, hey. Mocha Deluxe says, thank you at Ebony. Maurice and Kimmy's union is in jeopardy. I agree with that. I think not this episode, but maybe the last episode or the episode before that, I hope Maurice was taking heed because Kimmy was putting him on notice. Kimmy was putting him on notice. She was just like, well, I've accepted this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. But, she's like, you know, she was in her slick way putting him on notice. And I think that if he doesn't shape up and stop with this weird platitude about this is what it takes to be successful. This is what it takes. You think I like working? This is what it takes. No, man. No, sir. You're talking in platitudes. You're not working all these hours. And this is the thing. If you are working all of these crazy hours this whole time, you're not efficient. That's an efficiency problem. If you are unable to find a healthy balance in your life, and by balance, I mean, yes, sometimes you're going to have to show up at work more than you show up at home, but it should be in such a way that when you need to show up at home, you are showing up at home. So it's a healthy balance so that people know that, okay, dad's really busy at work right now, but I know that when I need him, he'll be there. Or when these big moments happen, he'll be there. I know he's not going to disappoint me with this. There's a balance. Not a balance. I'm so sorry. I take that back. Harmony. That's what I meant. Harmony. There needs to be a harmony with work life, not work-life balance, because nothing will ever always be equal. It's an impossibility. But you want a work-life harmony. Yes, sometimes you'll have to work more. Yes, sometimes you'll have to be at home more, but you're able to have a healthy work-life harmony. Someone who is constantly saying, in order to be successful, I have to do blah, 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 blah. One of two things. One, you're not that good at your job. You're not efficient. You don't have the right team in place. You don't have your shit automated. You're not efficient. If you have to work for every dollar, you're not efficient. You're not. True business people who are really making that money are extremely efficient. They make money while they sleep. They have really strategic investments. That's why they're on the golf course all day. That's why they're at the country club hanging out. That's why they're taking their jets to Europe just for lunch. That's why their wives can have the spa days. Because they're efficient and their money works for them. So either, Maurice, you're not the businessman you claim to be and you're not efficient, or you're spending your time elsewhere. It's one of two. And elsewhere, I don't mean just with another woman, just elsewhere. Just wherever else, just not at home. It's one of the two things. And I hate that he speaks in platitudes. Now my son is going to look like a deviant. Like a deviant? Who says deviant? I'm confused. But I agree. And I think Kimmy has been putting him on notice. Hey, Miss T, it's very sad to see Kimmy married in a different light. I know. Kimmy is so well put together. I just don't understand the dynamic. I agree. Kimmy deserves better. She does. It broke my heart when she was just like, I've accepted this, and I didn't even get, she waited 7 years to get married. She didn't even get a honeymoon. She's basically helped to raise his child, all this stuff. Kimmy deserves better. She does. And it is sad. Can I get a witness? Do you look virtually the same at Candy Washington? You do not need a glam squad. Yeah, I basically look the same, and I don't have a glam squad. I do it all myself. Basically, the only thing I really put on is eyeliner. Other than that, it's just like a little bit of blush. I think my lip is already all gone. A little bit of blush, and I don't use foundation. I use a CC cream. So it's a very thin CC cream that I put on that just helps for like overall coverage. And then brows. Make them just a little bit darker and just like put them up a little bit. But that's it. Okay. Hey, Sasha, like the video. Yay! Like the video. Happy Sunday, Kamiko. Happy Sunday, sweetheart. She goes, hey, Candy and the Candy Canes. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Paris, London. Melody acting childish like Tisha this season, and she is truly salty. Agreed. Paris, London, 1,000%. She's acting very, very salty and very, very childish. Very, very childish. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, I lost my spot. Let me get it back. Okay. Hey, Regina, does Destiny owe the friend group her business before she can even process it? Mel is doing way too much for the cameras. I agree 1,000%. And we also don't know what happened. You can't ask someone to share and have it popping out a baby and then getting divorced immediately after is a very traumatic experience. You can't ask someone to share their trauma with you when A, you don't know the intensity of the trauma and you don't know what else is going on behind the scenes. To me, it sounds like something more than cheating happened between Destiny and her husband. Not that I take cheating lightly, but just the secrecy of it, the energy, and what Destiny says, I think something bigger than just an affair happened that I think Destiny is still processing and going through, if that makes sense. Hey, can I get a witness? Unbelievable. The Scott Manor is being built in the center of Alabama Appalachian Mountains. Property must have been a good price, but will ruin the beautiful forestry population in years to come. Yeah, it's sad. Sad, sad, sad. That's right. Please like and subscribe, y'all. Let's get those likes up. Let's get the subs up. Yay, at Sip with Queen. Thank you, Queen. You're welcome, Queen. Beautiful. She goes, Mel is definitely stirring the pot. She is stirring the pot. And she's also trying to deflect from her own continual mess. Hey, Regina Bradford, why are they treating Martell like a friend? Ha ha. They are. Martell is a friend of. Martell has officially been demoted to a friend of. He has been making cameos, but not really on the show. Hey, Misty. She goes, I'd love to, and I'm willing to show my routine too. Yes, also willing to show some high-end and low-end products that work well. Misty, I'll connect with you. Let's do it. Let's plan one. It'll be so fun. I'm excited. We'll do it. Can I get a witness? Says at Sip with D. Good point. Yup. Ms. T, don't forget to stay home and like and subscribe. That is right. Hey, Dolores Young. She goes, I respect Destiny for not allowing the personal aspects of her divorce to be used as a storyline. Yep, that's the reason she didn't tell Melody. I agree 100%. 100%. And we also don't know what really happened. And it might be really heavy. You know what I mean? Ms. T, can we stop being an enabler in her marriage? I agree. She needs to stop. Hey, Regina Bradford at Ebony M. It all started at home. It really does. Hey, Ebony M, you're right at Regina. You're so on point. So your point proves that families are not teaching self-confidence and communication skills. People are abusing their bodies and making tragic choices. Yeah. And it is, again, rooted, and we will talk about generational curses because it is rooted at home, right? You can't give what you don't have. So if your mother didn't learn from her grandmother, if her great-grandmother didn't learn from her great-great-grandmother, if her great-great-grandmother didn't learn from her great-great-grandmother, then they weren't able to pass along those skills. Like, you can't give what you don't have. So if someone doesn't have high self-esteem, high self-respect, communication skills, perspective, emotional intelligence, they can't pass it along to their children. That's why we have to break the curse. That's why you have to break it. And by breaking it, it's when you learn it on your own. Like for me, I had to learn healthy communication skills, self-esteem skills, high self-esteem, confidence, all of self-concept. I had to learn all of that myself. I had to learn it. And this is no shade to my family or my mother. Absolutely not. My mom is a beautiful, amazing, intelligent, awesome woman. I love her so much. We're very, very close. So when I say this is 1,000% no shade to my family. I love my family. I love my mom 1,000%. However, we all have to admit we all have certain limitations. And so the things that my mom were not able to teach me because she didn't receive it, I had to then go learn myself. And so then I'm now able to implement it into my life. I don't want children, but I also want to pass that on to my nieces, to my nephews, to any other children that I happen to have in my life. If I have a stepchild one day, maybe that's stepchild, right? So it also goes back to you can't give what you don't know. And the majority of the time, even though it may be dysfunctional and it may be toxic, I'm not even talking about Miss Wanda because I can't even touch her right now. They learned that out of survival, out of coping. So what they're passing along in their mind, they're actually trying to help. They're trying to help you because that is the unhealthy way that they learn to survive. And so they're still stuck in survival mode, if that makes any sense at all. Okay. Hey, I sip with D. Mel is the brand, Operation Martell was the muscle, LOL. Exactly. Hey, Joanna Morris, Chris didn't go behind Martell's back. Martell didn't have the builder's license and Melody did. Yep. The developers trusted Melody because of Martell's behavior. She wins. Agreed. Hey, I sip with D. Kimmy looks good for 50. Ebony M, good question. Yep. Trying to be right on, hot mess. Ebony M, he must have wanted the vasectomy. Yeah, I mean, he went and got it. It was him. It was him. Hey, Kenny, that's with D. We would be good to confirm Kimmy's age right about now. New York Finance, she's a nurse. Yeah, Kimmy's a nurse, and I think she also does real estate, right? I think she does real estate. I think she sells and also maybe flips. To be lucky, love you right back. Bye-bye. Aw, bye-bye. I love you, to be. Hey, Esapuitia, Joanna Morris, exactamundo, LOL. I think that's why Martell didn't want the divorce. He was losing a lot, and Mel seems to be doing fine. Like, we haven't seen Martell home, office bills, and nothing. Agreed. Sharon, baby girl, you shady as hell. They Mel hoes. That's why their brothers got snipped. I know. I didn't want to be too shady with it. I didn't want to be too shady, but a brother and me vasectomy day. Like, oh my God. On camera too. Like, they should at least did that off season. You know what I mean? If you're going to have a brother and me vasectomy day, do that on your downtime. Do that off season. The fact that they thought it was a good look to film that. Asa Boutique, can I get it was LOL? Right. Let me Google LOL. Can I get one? Is the men may be having vasectomies to avoid seeding offspring from side chicks, allegedly. They don't want to be a Martell. Hey, New York Finance, didn't Kimmy support Maurice to pass the bar? Yes, she did. That's the thing. Kimmy has supported Maurice throughout all of his endeavors. All of them. She just sat back and supported and held it down. Hey, to be vaccinated, to that point, I was so terrified of getting pregnant through my 40s. I had a baby at 35. My period didn't stop till 55. Woo! I was on pins and needles for 15 years. I can understand. That's true. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I was a little shady, and I never want to speak on another woman's body, but just for kiki, just for fun, just for kiki, fun shade, not to be disrespectful at all to anybody's body and stuff. Okay, at Saputi, New York Finest. Yes, she did. To me, she's very supportive down to Kiowa. Yeah, he's extra. Yes, he is. Maurice is extra. Yep. Miss T, I think Maurice makes co-parenting monster hard. He does make it hard because he doesn't want to co-parent. He's like, I wear the pants. It's my choice. I'm going to placate you. But at the end of the day, we know what's going to happen. Hey, Regina, she goes, at Candy, off topic. What's your take on Lizzo? Do you think she's too sensitive or are we too judgmental, mean-spirited? My take on Lizzo is absolutely she's not too sensitive at all. She's a human being. She's a person. She's flesh and bone. She's a beating heart. And I think that regardless if you are in the spotlight, famous or not, you're at the end of the day, you're a human being. And when people judge you and make comments about you and put you down and think that they have an authority to tell you about you in negative ways. And I don't mean to be hypocritical, because I know that we're talking about reality stars and vasectomies and people's ages and blah, 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 blah. So I by no means want to sound like a hypocrite, but I do think that there has to be a line drawn where you can have a good kiki, you can talk about people in pop culture, you can talk about reality stars, you can talk about, you know, musicians like Lizzo, you can talk about actors, athletes. Yes, we're all allowed to have a certain opinion and a certain commentary because these people are public figures and they do make money off of us. However, I do think that there has to be a line, a basic civility human being line. And I think that the hate that Lizzo gets doesn't compare to just a nice kiki ha laugh or whatever. When you're coming at someone on such a deep rooted, evil, mean-spirited, dismissive, self-eroding way, that is a problem. There's a difference between having an opinion and a kiki and laughing and comment and having commentary about pop culture and actually being a bully and being mean-spirited and evil. So I'm Team Lizzo all day. I don't think she's being too sensitive at all. I don't think we need to expect her to be superhuman. She's not a superhuman. She's a human. And as any human being, you could have the thickest skin in the world, but there comes a point where enough is enough. So I'm Team Lizzo. And I just think it sucks that we've been programmed, and by we I just mean society, not us obviously, to think that white is right, that thin is in, all of that stuff. Lizzo gets pushed back because she is Black. Lizzo gets pushed back because she isn't a size 0 or 2, or she doesn't have that sort of Instagram build a model body where it's like big boobs, non-existent waist, big butt. She's actually just a fully formed woman. And so I think that the judgment that she gets goes beyond just a good kiki. It's more indicative of how do we treat Black women? How do we treat women who's not a 0? Or how do we treat women that don't have a cookie cutter, Kim Kardashian appropriated body? It's a much bigger conversation. And I also applaud Lizzo for being honest about being vulnerable and about having hard days, because it's not fair to expect people to not have feelings. It's not fair to expect people to let everything just roll off their back. Of course, it would be great to be in that place. Of course, it would be great to just have an armor, but we don't. We have flesh. So I stand with Lizzo, and I think anybody who trolls her in a very mean-spirited way, again, it's rooted in their own self-hate. Because you can't truly love yourself and say something demeaning and hateful to somebody else, because your hate comes from somewhere, and that somewhere is within. So I stand with Lizzo. Let's see what you guys will say on. Okay. Can I get a witness? Kimmy brought into the situation accepted the Alabama lifestyle. It is what it is. Not the Alabama lifestyle. New York finest. Kimmy probably told him to clip it. All right. Can I get a witness? Kenny Washington, did you see the official video of Mel's single? I didn't. I need to see Melody's single, and I need to see Candace's single. So I need to do some internet sleuthing and figure it out. Sharon Redmond, Destiny lost her man because she castrated him, in my opinion. Ooh. Elaborate, Sharon. I'm so sorry. Elaborate, Sharon. Can I get one as MST? Looking forward to the collab that Candy Washington should be fun. Yes, we're going to have some fun, you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to see if I can get some more goodies to do more giveaways. I'll try and get more stuff for you guys too. Miss T, I can't wait. I love how people understand skincare issues. Yes. I love it. Can I get a witness at Candy Washington at M&B? Same with food and diet and generational curses of different types of disease, not the genetic ones. Those brought based on lifestyle and culture. Lifestyle, culture, and also mindset. I'm a big believer in mind over matter. That's why you have people who say, I can eat anything and I never gain weight. And sure enough, they can eat anything and never gain weight. I think your words are so powerful, your subconscious is so powerful that yes, the food matters. All of that, of course it matters. But I also think the energy in which we consume something matters too. Like when someone's just for example, I forgot what I was talking to her about, but my mom, my beautiful mom, I was talking to her and she made some comment like, I don't know if she was talking about like digestion or the types of food she can eat or not eat, but she made this comment and she didn't mean anything by it. She said, well, you know, when you get older, you'll know what I mean. And I said to her, no, I won't. Because, and she didn't mean anything by it. But when I said to her, I was like, no, I won't. I was just like, you speak your life. You manifest, you speak your existence. So I'm not going to speak that when I get older, I'm automatically going to have these problems, because there are a lot of people who are older who still can eat what they want, who don't have certain issues, who don't have certain problems. And I think it's a combination of genetics, lifestyle, and mindset. If you have the mindset that when you hit a certain age, certain things are going to stop working or functioning, more likely than not, that is what will show up for you. So I said, no, I'm not, Mom. I said, I'm not speaking that in my life. She laughed. She's like, okay, Candy baby. She laughed and it was good. It was just funny. But you have to be mindful of what is the mindset? What is the consciousness? What is the expectation that you are passing down and that you are also internalizing? Because I was being mindful of what I was internalizing. Because I could have said, oh, you're right, Mom. When I get older, I'll know what you mean. So I'm speaking that into my life. I'm speaking that when I get older, I'm going to know what it feels like to have things not work, not able to eat, digestion, X, Y, and Z, or whatever the case is. I'm speaking that. So be mindful of your mindset, of your lifestyle, and of your genetics, because they all work together. And sometimes they can override each other. You could be genetically predisposed for something, but if you have a healthy lifestyle and a healthy mindset, that could supersede your genetics. Aw, thank you for the super chat. Who just sent me a super chat? Marcella, yes. She goes, yes, speak life and blessings to your life. Daily affirmations live. Yes, that is so true. Thank you so much for the super chat, Marcella. Yes, but it is so true. Be mindful of what you say about you and your life. The subconscious mind, we're going to get into some frou-frou stuff, right? The subconscious mind cannot take a joke. The subconscious mind does not register sarcasm. So even though my mom was saying, well, when you get older, you'll know how it is, she wasn't trying to speak anything ill on me. She wasn't trying to do that, obviously. She was just being like, jokey, like, you'll know, she was being jokey. But the subconscious mind can't take a joke. What you feed the subconscious mind is what it registers. It's basically like a tape. It's like a tape recorder. A tape recorder doesn't have a perspective on what you're saying. It doesn't take inflection. A tape recorder just records what you say as is. So if you tell your subconscious mind, even as a joke, that when you get older, you will know what it feels like to be ill, that is what you are speaking and manifesting and affirming for your life. So be very careful of what you tell yourself about you, what you believe about you, what you accept about you, even as a joke. Can I get a witness? Looks very confused. But I am telling you, it is true. Your subconscious mind, which is the actual mind that really rules your life, you operate subconsciously more than you operate consciously. That's why you have to make a conscious effort, because the subconscious is effortless. The conscious mind is effort. You have to make the conscious effort to be mindful of certain things. Like right now, am I thinking about breathing? No, that's subconscious. It's automatic. I'm not sitting here telling myself, Candy, breathe in, breathe out. Candy, breathe. No, I'm just doing it naturally. It happens subconsciously. It's automatic. That's the same thing with our subconscious mind. So that is all what reprogramming is. You are reprogramming your default subconscious mind from one pattern to another pattern. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind from lack, low self-esteem, self-hate, low self-concept, not feeling worthy. You're reprogramming that to one of self-love, self-esteem, high self-concept, abundance. So your affirmations, what you say about yourself, that is just you. Literally the only thing that you're doing is you are writing a new program of your subconscious mind. People don't get what they want. They get what they believe, and they get what they expect. If you expect good things to happen to you, if you expect good health, if you expect good breaks, if you expect to be respected, that is what you receive and get into your life. You don't get what you want in this world. You get what you believe you are worthy of, and you get what you subconsciously expect to get. That's why they also talk about self-fulfilling prophecies. It's the same exact concept. If you continuously say something, believe something, or think something, 9 times out of 10, what you say, think, and expect shows up in your life. That's why it's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. You yourself fulfilled your prophecy, good or bad. And that's really what they're talking about. It's really just, it's a simple concept, yet it is complex. But at a very simplistic level, what you are doing is you're simply reprogramming your subconscious mind to either be abundant or lack, expecting of good or expecting of bad. That's basically what it is. So I'll get off the frou-frou train. That's basically what it is. Hey, Money over Manure. She goes, hey, Candy, I agree with that. My mom does the same. Yeah. And it's just a regurgitation, right? She grew up thinking, when you get to this age, this is what happens when you get to this age. So she's just saying, well, I'm at this age, so this is what happens, right? And so I was just like, not me, no ma'am, no thank you. Like, I don't care what age I am affirming, I am healthy, I am strong, I have a great memory, I can eat whatever I want, I take care of myself, right? Because if you look at it, same thing like we were talking about before, there can be trends in something, but it's not universal. You could have a woman who is 75 and goes out every day for a run, does her thing, does flips, whatever, she's living it up. And you could have another woman who's 75 and is ailing and is sick and has all these stuff. And I'm not blaming anybody. It's not about blame. Remember this. It's not about criticism, and it's not about blaming anybody. It's not about that. It's about empowerment. It's about empowerment. It's about empowering you to remember that you are the authority of you, and that you are the authority of your life, and that what you say about you matters. It's actually the only thing that matters, because somebody could say something about you, but it's only powerful if you internalize it. If that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Tubi Native, for the super chat. Thank you so much. It was absolutely the booth. I beat, haha, just kidding. I learned about death in life years ago. I still have to remember it daily. Yeah, it is so true. It is so true. But what you speak about you, it is what is most important. You could have someone who is 25 and is ailing and all that stuff. So it's not so much about the age of it. It's about what is your mindset? What is your subconscious mindset? What are you consciously creating? What is your lifestyle? Because that still matters too. And then genetics, genetics matters as well. But they can supersede each other. That's why you have some people who never smoked a cigarette in their life and they get lung cancer. You could also have somebody who smokes a pack a day and lives to be 99. It's not just about one thing. There are different dimensions and different elements, and they work together, and they can also supersede each other. That's another reason why you hear this when people say prayer changes things, right? Prayer changes things. You've heard people say that. That's a mindset. That is a consciousness. That is an affirmation. That is a belief that what you say has power to change what shows up in your life. That is why prayer is powerful. That is why affirmations are powerful. That's why the words you say to yourself and about yourself are powerful. That's why they say prayer changes things, because prayer really isn't about, let me see how I can say this. It's more about prayer. The power of prayer is really that it changes you. That is what makes prayer so powerful. Your belief, your faith, your expectation. That is what prayer changes. And when you change, your life has to also change. And that is why prayer is so powerful. And meditation and journaling. Because what you are ultimately changing is yourself. Because until you change, nothing in your life will change. You'll be a Tisha. You'll marry the embodiment of the person that caused your dysfunction. You have people who date the same person again and again and again, or the same people who will get some money one day and as fast as you get the money, it's out. Or people who always have chaos, people who always have drama, just 5 steps forwards and 10 steps back. You know what I mean? Until you change, and this is not about judging yourself. It's not about criticizing yourself. It's not about faulting yourself. It's about empowering yourself with the knowledge to know that everything you need to live the life that you deserve, you already have inside of you. You already have the power to change your own life. It sounds very frou-frou. It sounds very cliche. It sounds very kumbaya, but it is a cliche staple for a reason, because it is the truth. Until you decide, not that you want different for yourself, but until you believe that you deserve different for yourself. Until you believe that, you're going to keep repeating the same exact cycles that you learned from past generations or that you adopted from personal traumatic experiences. It's not that you have to want different. It's that you have to believe you are worthy of different. And that also goes back to what we were talking about with Miss Wanda, right? Telling Melody that she wasn't worthy of anything different than a man who disrespected her and cheated on her. And that goes from a sense of Miss Wanda's own belief that she's not worthy. That's why Miss Wanda has this front of having 2 husbands. Well, why do you have 2? Because one wasn't giving you everything you needed. So instead of saying to the one you actually are in love with, hey, I want us to have a full, healthy relationship, you put on this front that, oh, well, I got this man, I got a boyfriend, I got this, blah, 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 blah. If you were fulfilled in your one relationship, you would not have needed all the other ones. It's a front. It's a front. So let's see what you guys are saying. Aw. Hey, MT Cali Waves. This was so needed today. Thank you. You are so welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. To be Black made the power of the tongue. Prayer works better when we agree with God's words. Otherwise, words can land on deaf ears. Yep. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Hey, Miss Bernice. Hey, beautiful Miss Bernice. Hey, Juanita. Hey. Atsipudi says, hey, Bernice. Miss Bernice, you have so much love. Miss Bernice is my beautiful co-host. I love you. Okay, can I get when it says, yes, B. Smith looked flawless and seemed to defy age. Her story with dementia was very compelling. Yeah, well, I'm going to look up B. Smith's story about dementia. I'm going to look that up. But it is so true. Can I get when stress is not a joke? Stress is not a joke. Stress will take you out faster than a lot of things in this world, because stress is a root cause of a lot of other things. Hypertension, heart disease, cancer, ulcers, tumors, usually migraines, usually digestive issues, sleep issues, usually are related due to stress. Stress is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. It's crazy. Hey, CC Slew, I totally agree with you regarding prayer. Yeah, it is so true. Prayer is extremely powerful. But the reason why prayer is so powerful is because you are getting in alignment with a higher power, and the prayer is changing you. Prayer is changing your belief system. Prayer is changing your level of faith, where you can look at your circumstances and say, no, I believe for better. I don't want, I don't hope, I believe. I have faith. I have faith. I have belief in better. And that is what prayer does. Prayer empowers you with faith and belief to know that things can and will and have to get better for you. Prayer is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Money Over Manure says, isn't that the truth? Bernice Jackson, Letitia married her mother. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. To be Black made of power of the tongue. Prayer works exactly. Yes. Shrinking Sharon says, yes, it does. Absolutely. Hey, Regina. She goes, I can't imagine preach this. It's not frou-frou. It's the game we call life. Exactly. Yes, it is the game. Yes, it is the game we call life. Was that a shout out to what's her name? Florence Cheveline Shove. I can't remember her last name, but exactly. Hey, Miss Bernice, she was wanting to say pitting a generational curse that she has passed down to her daughter. It's a case study in generational curse. It's a case study in it. Shrieking Sharon says, amen. Preach. Exactly. Hey, Young Rich. I didn't watch the episode yet, but hey, all good, sweetheart. Thank you for joining us. Sharon, I elaborated, but you missed it. Oh, no, just above Marcella's super chat. Okay, I'm going to try and go back and get it, Sharon, if I can. Thank you for elaborating, sweetheart. I appreciate you. That's right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on anything. That is right. Yes. Whew, you guys, we have been on here for 2.5 hours. Okay, Sharon, I found you. She goes, I mean, if they showed her refusing to even compromise and gained a hyphen and exhibit a me attitude, what do you think they haven't shown? I mean, if they showed her refusing to even compromise or gain a hyphen and exhibit a more me attitude. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Okay, so Destiny, and she didn't want to take on her husband's last name. Okay. So for that, I think, again, I think when it comes to Destiny and her now ex-husband, I think there is something deeper and darker happening behind the scenes that we just don't know. I think there is a reason that she has not given that she did not want to take his last name. I think there is a reason why they had been together for so long and then only got married literally around the time she was actually pregnant. So I think that there is something deeper and darker going on with Destiny and her ex-husband that we need to know before we can say what the real cause was or that she was emasculating him. Do you know what I mean? I think we only saw very, very small snippets of them in general. So I need to know what really is going on behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? Because I think any woman, yes, we're like independent women, go for it, yay. But I think there has to be something deeper going on for her to not want to take his last name and everything. I just feel like there's something deeper, darker going on that's not cheating. It's something else. That's what I think. Okay. So, Shrieking Sharon says, hi, Bernice. Hi, Bernice. New York Finest, you speak so beautifully and you simplify for all to understand. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Bernice. She says, hey, at Shrinking Sharon. Miss Bernice says, the rumor is that he's not the father of the baby. That's why he left. See, that's why I was saying, who were they talking to about the paternity test? Was it Martell or was it Labaric or whatever, right? Maybe they were talking to Martell, but there was a part of me that was just like, there was a part of me that thought, are they saying Destiny's baby isn't his baby? Miss Bernice, you might be onto something because I do think that it's something deeper. And sure, it's if this is the case, it was cheating. But the paternity question is deeper and darker than just like someone cheating. It's the paternity. You know what I mean? It's related, but it's a bigger, deeper thing. Who knows? What? Hey, money over manure. Not taking the last name could be because she knew he had some secrets. Yeah. It's something deeper. It's something deeper. Hey, Regina. She goes, what? And Miss Bernice? I know. Can I get a witness? Thank you for the excellent content. Love the way you seg into dynamic exchanges to reveal true life experiences and circumstances. Aw, thank you, thank you. That's how we do at the candy shop. We kiki. We have fun opinions, fun conspiracy theories about reality TV, pop culture. But it's always rooted in our human experience, self-care, self-love, self-concept, and living our best, most empowered lives. And I do think they go hand in hand because a lot of reality TV is just a trend or a broad stroke of reality life, right? So that's what we do here. And we create community. Community. I know. Me too. But I'm like, something's up. New York Finance goes, Sharon says, not buying it. I don't want your name. I ain't marrying you. Ah! Allegedly. I love it. I love it. Well, maybe we will crack the case next time, you guys. But we have been on here for over 2.5 hours. I just want to say, I love you, my candy canes. Happy, happy Sunday. Mocha Deluxe, you are right. Miss Bernice, always come through with a tea that makes you go, I love my beautiful co-host, Miss Bernice. We love you. So you guys, until next time, I love you. Like the video, you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. And share this. Share this with a couple of your friends. Do you think someone would get a good kiki with the reality? Do you think somebody would like a little bit of self-care, self-love, self-concept? And now we're doing all things skincare too. So, hey, we got it going on over in the candy shop. We got it going on. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful and a blessed Sunday. And I will see you guys tomorrow to talk about Row Hop. That link is already up, so set the reminder. And thank you. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your perspective and just writing with me and being with me. I appreciate your time. You don't have to do this and you choose to do it. So thank you. Thank you to all of my mods. Thank you to everybody watching on the replay. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who joins me live. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your perspective. I appreciate your commentary. And I appreciate that the Candy Shop is a safe community for us to get together, to talk about generational curses, to talk about low self-esteem, to talk about self-care, talk about the real shit that really affects our lives. Thank you for riding with me. I love you guys. And I will see you guys next time. Miss Bernice, I love you so much. I love all of you. Mwah. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Happy Sunday.